Hey y'all, hey. So I'm back. Just wait till y'all come on in, come on in. So earlier what happened was Jessica actually woke up Rhea by accident, so I got her back to sleep. So hopefully Rhea will be able to stay asleep for a while I talk to y'all for a little bit. So hey everybody, come on in, come on in. So hey guys, happy Saturday. For those who do not know, I am Shanti and Maria, the trademarkpreneur that go to DIY for trademarks. And I have some exciting news for those who do not know. I got into law school. Yay! All right, so I'm super excited about that. But people are like, well, why do you want to go to law school anyway? And that's a great question because if it were up to me, a few years ago, if you would have asked me that, I probably wouldn't even, for sure, I was like, nah, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was like, I was comfortable. I didn't feel like I needed to go. I was like, no, da da da. And things changed, right? So in 2018, I started a brand with my girls. People were still in the slogans, the different things for my brand. After that, I did my own research to learn how to trademark my own brand, and I was successful at it. So after the first one, there came the second one, there came the third one, there came the fourth one, there came the fifth one, and now I've actually registered 14 of my own trademarks on my own without an assistance of an attorney, right? Now, how did we get into law school, right? So I'm going to tell y'all what happened, okay? So there has been a lot of different changes regarding the USPTO system, just with trademarks in general. And of course, you know, when changes come, it can affect your business. But before all of that, I was leaning towards going to law school. But I was like, do I really want to go to law school? And I was like, I don't know. And I said, you know what? Let me just try. Okay, let me see what happens, right? So earlier this year, when did I take the LSAT? Girl, I don't know. My friends on here, y'all. When did I take the LSAT the first time? I don't remember when I took the LSAT, but early this year, I took the LSAT for the first time. Just to see how it was. Cause you know, it's been a minute since I've been in school, y'all. It's been a whole minute, okay? A lot of minutes. But I was like, okay, let me just take the LSAT to see how it is. And I did apply for one school back then because this was just let me see what happens. If I wanted to go to school, I would want to go to this school. It specialize in intellectual property, things like that. So I took the LSAT, barely studied, really, with these kids. For those who don't know, I had 4 kids. But the whole goal was to take it, see how it was, and just to see how the process was, right? So I did that. Don't remember. It was sometime this year, I think. Correct. Brenda, Anissa, let me know, when did I take that? I don't even know, y'all. Y'all on here. If y'all want to join, y'all can come on too. So what happened was I did not do that great on the LSAT. Okay, truth be told. And I did apply to that school, and they said everything looked good, but I had to get my LSAT up to like maybe 155. That was like the key number to get to, right? So, okay, I'm chilling, y'all. Hold on. Put my feet up while I'm talking to you guys. So I was like, okay. So I was like, okay, let me re-register for, was it in the summer, girl? I don't even know. Like, that's crazy. I'm gonna have to look to see when I took the LSAT the first time. I don't remember, y'all. But, so then, I was like, okay, let me retake the LSAT. Oh, you know what? I think it was in March. No, it wasn't in March. Actually, let me stop. Let me stop guessing and just look it up one day. So I was like, okay, well, let me retake it. And I scheduled it for February. Mind you, I still have not really studied yet. This is December and the LSAT is in February. Okay. Either way, I probably was gonna push it back, but I just wanted to at least put a date on there to kind of like force me to really study for it. Anyway, now it comes back to like November. Oh, so before all of that, yeah, I'm all over the place. This is what happens in real life when I talk to my friends. Like my mind be like, doo-doo-doo-doo. Anyway, so yeah, things were changing with the USPTO system, and like, of course, if you're not an attorney, there's only certain things that you can do when you're dealing with trademarks. Like, you're very limited. You have to be very careful about what you say, how you say it. There's always like a gray area. Like, you always have to be very careful about what you say, right? And honestly, I was tired of that. Like, I'm tired of always saying, hey, okay, well, here's an attorney, I know this attorney is a great attorney. I keep having to refer out all the time, which is fine, because of course I want, like, if I can't help them, of course I want them to make sure they get everything they need so they can, get their trademark done. So I was always referring out certain people to certain attorneys so they can finish the trademark process if they came into any like huge issues, like a whole lot of likelihood of confusions or things like that, right? So I was like, okay, well, let me just go ahead. This is something I'm really passionate about. Like, I cannot not see myself doing trademarks, right? Like, some area, if it's like in the education portion, just like looking up, just telling people about it. Like, I could not see myself not doing trademarks. So I said, all right, well, I'm gonna go to law school. I'm gonna still start study for the February one, and that's just what it is. So in November, I want to say mid-November, I got a call from someone online, and they were telling me like, California like has all these laws that other states they don't have regarding law, right? Like, California basically runs as its own state over there, right? Had no clue. And so as he was telling me, I was like, okay, well, let me see what's going on. Let me redo this research, right? So I was like, okay, well, let me call some of these law schools online to see what they talk about, because honestly, this is just my opinion. I feel like the real work is going in. This is my opinion. I can be wrong. The real work comes into like doing the work in law school and passing the bar. So I know they make this huge deal about the LSAT, but honestly, I feel like if you don't have the money or the time, it's a lot of resources that you have to put into just getting great at the LSAT. Of course, the LSAT is not everything, but in certain situations, it does matter, right? It does matter with your whole application. So anyway, I called like different schools, and I came across Concord Law School, and they were saying their program is fully online. It's 4 years, and you can actually take. It's accredited by California, and then you can actually take. You can sit for the California bar. So I'm like, okay. So then I was like, all right, well, let me do some additional research, and then I looked at some other ones, and then I was like, oh, like there's different places that you do not have to do it the traditional way to get into law school. And for me, I do things the non-traditional way anyway. I got married the non-traditional way, child. Just a lot of stuff. I'm not traditional. So if you ask like certain things and you get a response from me, just know like, I'm just not traditional. I do what I'm not going to say I do what I want to do, but I usually probably do not agree with the norm, or I would just speak on what I feel like is best opposed to what other people think or how other people feel, right? So anyway, so I got the information in mid-November. So they were telling me, the advisor was telling me that the school starts in January. So if you want to even have a change, like you need to like get everything done like ASAP. So I had to do like I want to say 4 or 5 essays. Um, what else did I do? Oh, fill out the application. And I had to do an entrance exam, right? So you didn't have to do an LSAT. They say you didn't have to do an LSAT, but this, when I tell people like this test was like a mini LSAT, okay? You needed to have a certain score to be admitted to the program. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I actually I take this entrance exam last Friday, y'all. I took it last Friday. I'm like, I felt good about it. I was like, oh yeah, it's good, blah, blah, blah. And then I actually missed the entrance exam, like the scores that you needed by 2 points. Y'all, by 2 points. I was like, oh, okay, here they go. I was fine though, because at the end of the day, like I felt good about it. And then they reached back down and was like, well, we can always see if you get an exception, and then see what happens from there. So I was like, this is my GPA from undergrad. This is, all my stuff. I already sent my transcripts. I already did my essays. I did everything I needed. So she was like, we're going to hear back probably next week. So this exam, they didn't do the LSAT. So I didn't have to take the LSAT, but they did make you take a mini exam. And I kind of like studied, like I studied before a little bit, but I don't feel like they really wanted you to like study hard for it. It was kind of like just to see like your logic, your analytical skills and things like that. So I kind of like went to the library, was there all day, and I was like, all right, well, people watching these kids. I said, I need to take this test like now, because it ain't quiet in my house usually ever. So this is like prime time right now. So I said, I need to take the test. So back to her actually emailing me back. She's like, okay, well, I'm going to send everything to the admission team, and then, we'll see what they say. So I'm like, I ain't worried about it, blah, blah, blah. I say, for me, if this is the place to be, like, this is what I always believe. God will show me where I'm supposed to be and how it's supposed to work out and how I should move, right? So I was like, all right, prayed on. I said, God, this is where I need to go and where I'm supposed to be. Just let it be done. So yesterday I was getting my hair, and then I was just like scrolling through my email, and then it came up like, oh, you've been accepted. So I want you guys to realize this. In November, I found out about the program. Okay. I want to say mid-November. By December 2nd, they had everything I needed, right? It is now, remember, I had to wait a week to hear from them. So now it's December 10th. Okay. Now, what if I waited? Like, what if I said, oh, well, you know what? I got time. I got this, I got that. And I just didn't just go for it. And I feel a lot of times, whether you're in life or you're in business, we always want to sit and feel like we have a lot of time, but we don't. We don't have time. Like, time is, I'm like, man, 4 years ago in my mind, I'm like, I started a brand with my daughters. That was 4 years ago. I feel like that was yesterday. COVID lasted 2 years, right? 2.5, however you want to call it. We don't have time for procrastination anymore. Like, if you have the habit, because you're not a procrastinator. So even I have to tell myself this, like, you're not a procrastinator. You have a habit of procrastinating, right? Everything is in your mind. What are you going to do that's going to help you to stop your habit, basically, of procrastinating? So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do this like now. And because I did that now, because God put certain people in your life, right, that you may not even know that you need. And I gave a shout out. I called the person who hit me up and just told me about it. And I thanked him. I said, you didn't have to give me this information, but you gave it to me. And thank you, because you helped me reach my goal a lot faster than what I thought I was going to reach my goal, right? And I wanted to go to school in the fall of 2023, right? But look at God. God said, nope, you about to be in this school January of 2023. So y'all know I'm going to go on vacation before all this happens, right? Because I ain't going to have no life the next 4 years. Not no life, but you know how it is. So yeah, and I just want to encourage you, like, if there is something that God has put on your heart, or there is something that God has told you to do, and you're just still sitting on it and sitting on it and sitting on it, like, stop sitting on it. Stop sitting on it. Just go for it. Like, if I would have just said, no, well, let me wait, let me do this, let me do that, like, who knows? Like, I got accepted into law school, and for some people, like, oh, that may not be a big deal, but in my family, I think I'm probably the first one who got accepted to law school. Like, I don't know. Like, like, yes, girl, I'm starting next month. And let me tell you about how good God is as well, child. The cost of education, like, number one, praise God, I don't have to do any student loans, right? Number two, the cost for the education is like a vacation for me and my family. Like, it's very, very minute opposed to other traditional schools where you may end up with 80,000, 100,000 in debt. Like, I can pay out of pocket. I can pay this every single month. So that also goes into the point where you may not even think you can afford, but who says that? Like, God will put different things in your way so you can do what you need to do, because you have a purpose on this earth, okay? And you need to feel this purpose before you gone. And we can think we got all the time in the world, that we're going to be here till we 100 years old, and we do not know. And before I go, all I want to say, all I want to know is, like God says, girl, job well done. And, I'm just excited about this journey. I'm like, man, I have not been in school in a very long time. So I got to get my brain to be braining. As the kids say, to, get my brain right, to, like, really focus. I already told them, I'm like, listen, y'all, I know y'all got y'all stuff going on, but at a certain time, mommy gonna be studying. Y'all gonna have to be playing with each other. Little Rhea gonna be with y'all. Okay, if y'all don't know, y'all know who Rhea is, child. Rhea, my spunky almost 2-year-old now. Okay, but she was little when it was so easy to just get stuff done. But when they become a toddler, they just all over the place. So you can accomplish your goals. And I want to encourage you, for those who are moms, who are wives, who feel like, oh, I got to watch the kids. I got to put my kids first. I got to do this. You don't have to do that. Who says you have to stop your goals and your dreams just because you have kids? Excuse me. Or just because you got married. Like, there was a point in time where I did that, and it doesn't make you happy. Like, if you're doing everything for everyone else and you don't have anything to do or anything that you love doing, you're going to be like, man, like, when you get older, your kid's going to be out your house. You're like, man, what am I going to do? I don't know, but like, you just never know what you may do in life. I remember as a kid, I would say, oh yeah, I'll go to law school one day, just saying it. But now to see God just full circle is amazing. So I will not be offering my filing service. However, I have one-on-one virtual sessions, and in those sessions, we'll go over how to trademark, everything, the manual, everything you need to know what to do for a trademark. You're going to learn that manual. And if you want, you can, I'll make sure you file that trademark within an hour. And I also have my courses and memberships that I'll be working on. But the whole purpose is for me to still be teaching. Like, I'm not going nowhere. I'm still going to be educating. I'm still going to help my Black Girls Trademark community build their businesses. Because so by the time I go to law school, I could be like, hey, y'all, attorney on file. So I could be like, come on, y'all, this is what, I've been waiting for, because I'm not in a position to do, because I'm not an attorney, and I'm tired of telling people, oh, no, I'm not an attorney. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, I can't do that. Oh, I can't do this. So now I want to be in a position where I can say, oh yeah, I got you. Like, no worries. So of course, so I will still be helping out with trademarks, but I would not be offering my filing service, but I would doing virtual one-on-one sessions, coaching, education, and courses and things of that nature. So yeah, girl, if you want to book a call, click the link in my bio. If you want to get the DIY trademark course, it's $27. It's on sale. And yes, the hour sessions are $197. And like I said, you'll go. I've done like workshops and different things like that. But I've noticed even from doing the workshops, a lot of times people still do not file their trademark. And that's not my goal. Is to just have somebody take a course and just not watch it or don't do anything with it. My goal is to have you in a position where you actually file your trademark so you can actually own your brand. Yes, girl. Please schedule something next week, especially before the holidays, because I'll be doing a little bit of travel. Yes. The Runway Nurse is trademarked on here. She has went through the course and has been through this whole process with me since the beginning. From the beginning, like my girl Brenda. Hey girlfriend. So yeah, it's just exciting. Like it's just exciting to do something that you want to do and that makes you feel good and it makes you feel like you have purpose and you really enjoy doing it. So I feel like even if you're like starting your business or starting your brand and you're doing things right now, don't do it for the money. Like, even though you will, of course, you will get blessing, but don't do it for the wrong reasons. Like, you gotta like doing it, because if you don't like doing it, it's gonna be hard for you to keep showing up every single day on social media or showing up and emailing people and showing up and sending out a text message if it's something that you really don't like, right? So, but if you're passionate about it, you're gonna show up and you're gonna show up all the time because it's something that you love and it's something that you love doing, right? So I would encourage you to make sure whatever you're doing, whatever field that you're in, show up, be passionate about what you're doing. Make sure you're doing right by people, because honestly, I feel like, one of the main reasons why I'm in a position where I am today is because I do right by people. And I really try to do my best at, treating people how I want to be treated. And that's just fact, right? Hold on 1 second. Somebody at the door, y'all. Hold on. Yeah. So who wants to come on and be like, hey with me, y'all? What's up? Or yeah, if you guys want to ask some questions, or who wants to join my live today? Where's my nephew on? Hey nephew. My nephew on here, y'all. Hi, Sorrel. Alright, get that off. If you have any questions about trademarks, this is one of the best times to ask them. Who goes? Brenda, Runway Nurse, you want to go live right quick? I'm not sure who's still on. But let me know if you want to go live. I'm waiting to see if anybody wants to go live. But yeah, you just got to go for what you want. Stop procrastinating. Stop having the habit of procrastinating. And just do what you need to do what you want to do. And nobody can say, oh, you driving? Oh, you driving. Okay. No one can say, oh, because, that's another thing, how people will put their beliefs on you, or they feel like, oh, well, yeah, you shouldn't do that because of this, or who says you want to do that, or you're not a graphic designer, how you going to work with this person and you didn't even go to school, or can't nobody tell you what God has for you. Where they do that at? Somewhere where, you know, you don't need to be around those people. And another thing is, if you do have different goals and different dreams, definitely make sure you have the right type of people around you, because that right there will run you ragged if you have the wrong type of people around you. Because if you have people who are encouraging you and supporting you and helping you along the way and saying, girl, you got this. Like, I have an amazing tribe of women who support me and, of course, family around me. If you don't have that, come on and join our Black Girls Trademark community. We're going to be up and running. Like, we are gathering each other now. And, you know, I'm sending invites out. But for next year, I'm really going to be focused on building a community of Black women who win in business, baby. Bam. And that's it. Like, ain't nothing else to do. All right, sorry. You know, I'm silly, y'all. Who wants to come on? Come on. Okay, Brenda's driving. Who else is driving? Anessa, you driving? Come on, get on here, girlfriend. Where you at? You might look girlfriend right here. So yeah, that's what I had to say, y'all. Y'all got any comments, questions? That's it. All right, y'all. So if y'all don't have nothing else, I don't got nothing else. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the well wishes. Thank you for all the congratulations. And don't worry, I'll be documenting the journey. Because it's definitely going to be an interesting one. All right, y'all. Bye.